and see.
So Kickstarter had a password thing happen?
Anyway, let's just check out the audio levels for now. Let's see if this works out. You're not hearing the game audio, I'll just focus on that. So how's it looking?
It's not.
It's not.
There we go.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, so how are the audio levels?
You still appear to be offline.
No, he's there.
Yeah, you need to
All
reset
good.
the thing.
Okay.
So the audio levels are good?
I think you're a little low.
Yeah, then I need to lower the entire volume setup.
Yeah, like maybe just like lower the game audio, but like a fourth, and you'd be good.
How's this? This should be a bit better.
Yeah.
It might have just been the volume level I had it at.
Oh wait, Future Friend already did Noitu Love too.
Well, it's a
Never
stream
mind.
in it.
Nah, he already did it. Looks like you can't do it.
Ah, well, whatever.
That didn't stop everybody from doing Revengeance.
Yeah, or Spelunky.
Revengeance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or
Really.
Spelunky.
You
Yeah,
need
or-
to think of it the other way. If it's something that Future Friend would do, is it really something that we should be doing?
Yes, he's cool.
Also, I don't remember Future Friend streaming, so I don't remember this game at all. So,
Okay, still sort of figuring out controls. There we go.
This is a game where you click on things to punch them.
Yeah, that's why you've got this big mouse pointer here.
is that a Squid Man?
It's a mini. Also, I'm not getting any music, that's great. Oh, here we go. So yeah, this is your typical, well, not so typical side-scroller beat 'em up. Except you use the mouse to attack. There's even a charge attack, which is that Hadoken thing, like so. And you can
So-
teleport to enemies, which really allows you to do some crazy combo stuff.
There's also a pretty relatively old game, kind of from the early days of indie gaming.
Well, it's a couple of years old, I suppose.
I remember
I've heard
following
of
its
it,
development on
but I don't
TigSource.
hear anything about it.
Well, it's done by one of those guys who does a lot of solo projects. I don't think he actually released anything recently, though. Was working on a Metroidvania of some kind, I think.
You need to get a turbo mouse. Make the game a lot easier.
I turned up the volume of the stream, but I'm still not hearing any music.
Well, I'm not sure if it's a good idea to actually listen to the stream while also
Yeah.
guesting.
I can kind of hear it. I unmuted for a second. There's just a lot of punching going on.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of punching going on. That said, I can adjust the volume if you want. But that's gonna make the sound effects louder as well.
So it
Just
only
this-
has the master volume.
Yeah, I only have a master volume for this game.
Hmm.
It's a, well, it's an indie project, so there's some corners that have been cut.
So, how about this pixel art?
It's something you see a lot of in games these days, but I do want to say this game is quite quite a bit better than
This
what you
game looks
usually see.
alright.
Yeah, it looks pretty damn good. Because there's, you know, actual style behind the pixel art.
Now I'm kind of worried about that Kickstarter thing.
What Kickstarter thing?
Hey, it's
Apparently, people got passwords to Kickstarter accounts, but I use the Facebook one. I don't know if I have to change my password on Facebook
But
because of that. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
they can't pledge it with only your account, can they?
I don't know.
Also, that sign says to, it says that you can vacation in Holland for $30. Would you recommend it?
Depends where you go.
Well, it seems it's at the underwater portion.
Wait, at the underwater portion? That doesn't really help me.
Well, the underwater city, apparently.
You know, bits of Poland that are underwater.
Poland. You mean Holland?
Poland, whatever. They're both countries that are
Well,
to the east.
If you're talking about the part that's below sea level, then you've got like 75% of the country, so...
It's a good
Header.
Yeah.
Man, I am missing out.
When you look at it like that, they're meant for each other. They both have glasses. And yeah.
That is not sufficient grounds to make a match.
They also
This is
do
Noitu.
have the same face, maybe.
Kind of. Well, it's because they're animes.
Yeah, I guess.
What does Noitu mean?
It's the main character's name. Not sure if there's any sort of deeper meaning.
The title of the game backwards is Evolution.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pretty sharp. Hey, you.
Is it though?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, love, evil, whoosh.
Yeah, there you go. Well, how about that?
There was Holland's underwater city, by the way.
Hmm?
The Holland sign.
Well, I mean, I don't try to spell everything backwards.
See, this is why I really shouldn't do stuff like this just on a whim, because I sort of realized that I don't really remember this guy's pattern at all. I mean, it doesn't really matter because I can still beat him pretty easily.
Also, I've never heard of the first one, so...
The first one was, I think, at least partially free to play. Which is to say freeware.
It also wasn't nearly as popular.
And it was a completely different game.
This game got more hype from the demo than from the previous game, really. I remember.
The guy also did a bunch of really short freeware games, including a Zelda-themed action brawler. Well, that was pretty terrible, but I beat him anyway.
It might be good to try jumping sometimes.
Well, I just sort of walk into his flare attack.
You're thinking of something else entirely, Elkery. I'm gonna find the title right now. The title of the thing that you were thinking of.
Evo, The Search for Eden?
That was a good game.
Yeah.
That was a great game.
Evo was a weird game, to be honest.
I'm gonna put the Kickstarter thing in the... the other chat.
Yes, we are talking about that. Tangled String.
Alright, the robots, the darns. There is some interesting design going on here. Square trees. Also a very subtle little emblem there in the background.
I got the new header first time I refreshed.
Well, yeah, because he
Yeah.
disabled rotation.
Ah man,
I see.
that is terrible.
That will be the only header ever.
Yeah, never forget.
It should be Booty's sadness though. Buddygripple. I really wish I could have got the characters to say it though, because there is a way to do that.
Yeah, but then you'd have to have voices on.
That would be Lag City.
Yep.
Well, to be fair, the game was horribly lagged to start out with anyway.
Yeah, I didn't even try to launch that strain.
Emulators have a hard... not that you used one, but they have a hard enough time emulating sound for SNES. I've noticed.
Well, that's because emulation is sort of a very interesting, nerdy sort of deal.
And sound is hard, I guess.
Alright, you have dash moves. See, that's what I was missing.
And I don't know if emulators are any good at using quad cores either.
Well, that really shouldn't be an issue given how ridiculous some of the designers are.
You have a quad core?
Yeah, that's my better
Well,
judgment.
that's honestly not that impressive anymore these
Yeah,
days.
I know.
I have one less than that.
I wish
I
I could have got.
Wait, they even sell triple cores? Wow.
They do, and they're terrible.
Well,
I just spotted a new computer like 5 or 6 months ago.
I wish I could have got just a dual core with better processors, but the quad core was cheaper.
It's pretty nice. I can just run everything.
And I think the dual core is better
my
than
settings.
tri-core.
Cool.
honestly,
Yeah.
these
Dual
days
core.
you get like ridiculous 8-core systems, which is pretty fun.
Thing is, no program can really make use of
Yeah.
them.
Well, it's not that hard to make programs that really effectively use multiple cores, though.
Most people don't bother, unfortunately.
Well, it sort of depends. On games, it's actually gonna make a pretty big difference, I suspect. That said,
God.
there may be some just like driver licenses bullshit going on.
Priests. Are they casting magic spells?
Oh yeah, this guy just... And here you see
Yeah.
me fumbling with the controls. There we go.
Watch out, they might cast 6 snakes.
Alright. They start bringing in a new mechanic. So I can actually place these little shield barriers with my mouse. They don't really work against half of the attacks, so... which is a bit of a problem.
You know, maybe you could stream Evo.
It shouldn't be too hard, actually. I'm not sure if it makes for a particularly good stream though. It's
It is
kind of
kinda
a.
I don't
grindy
know.
at times.
It is very grindy at times.
I don't remember anything about it other than that becoming human was like worse than a lot of the other choices you can make.
Staying a dinosaur.
Like, I think you had to become a mammal, though, didn't you?
I remember you had to become a bird at one point.
And it's
Or
like the birds.
you had to get
was-
wings.
There's a split. Like you could either take the bird
Oh.
path or take the ground path.
Oh, right. I think the ground path was harder, though, wasn't it?
I don't know. I only got as far as like getting onto land.
Yeah, I'm pretty
This-
sure you can stay as a dinosaur actually.
The special bird ending was kind of cool.
I never got that far either.
That said, I am hardly an expert on the game. Just has some really weird stuff in it.
Hmm.
Ah, here we have a fun little gimmick. Those two dots over there. They let us stomp on the guy. And do some damage. Which is currently the only way to hit the guy, so...
Oh, I see. He signals where he's gonna go.
Yeah. Well, not so much where he's gonna go as which attack he's gonna do.
Hmm.
And you can only hit him when he's doing an attack. Other part of the fight is a bit easier though. He just gets his shield and tries to attack him. Of course, I still don't really figure out how to deal with this pattern properly, but that's mostly because I just came in horribly unprepared.
You mean to deal with that charge after you attack him?
Well, yeah, you
Oh.
should probably hit him with a charge and jump over, I realize.
Yeah.
Ah well. I do like how the first part of many stages you just run around frantically, dodging all the different stuff that comes your way.
Yeah.
There's really no point in taking it slow early on.
My sister's playthrough of Dark Souls is going okay.
Did she beat the Capra Demon?
Not yet. She just beat the Taurus Demon.
Mm.
Ah, the fun is just a start.
She started like 2 days ago, so... You having problems with chat on Hitbox?
Yeah.
it
Yeah, the
seems to
chat-
have it.
Loves to just randomly die.
You can switch between popped out and in the thing. That is actually an easier way than resetting the entire tab.
Man, I'm playing this way too aggressively and messing up. That one. I'll just drop any illusion of a skillful playthrough of this.
Which plays Pokemon is still where it was 6 hours ago. Just running left and right. Mechanic.
That's Twitch plays Pokemon.
Yeah, Twitch plays Pokemon, that's the most ridiculous thing ever. They started like 2 days ago, they haven't really progressed much of anything.
It's about 3 days now.
3 days, wow.
Yeah, it will be in half an hour. And in Twitch plays Pokemon plays Tetris, they're not getting too many points.
Well, that is just hypnotic to watch, really.
It's like, you can see the pieces slide around. It's great. It just has bursts of movement.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's happening there. I'm guessing it's something to do with the delay between when they,
Yeah.
input and get the reaction.
Oh. I dropped the book I was reading.
Well, time for one of the tricky fights in the game. And we haven't even gotten to the fun part of this. Second half of this battle. Just...
Ah. Okay, as a precaution, we've reset your Facebook login credentials to secure your account. No further action is necessary. All right. I was worried about that. It was making me distracted. Although now I have to figure out how to actually get those back, so I can actually log in because it's not letting me.
Yeah, okay, now it's gonna get really tricky. Because I'm being constantly pushed back by this thing. So what happens when you fall into the water is you don't really take damage, but you do get stuff stuck on you, which slows you down ridiculously.
I didn't play Contra Hardcore either.
Isn't that the Genesis one?
I have no idea.
I hear it was difficult.
Well, this game honestly isn't that particularly difficult. There's some really neat little gimmicks going for it, like this
I
stage.
see. Okay.
And now we're in a side-scrolling shoot 'em up of sorts.
I did pick up that one.
So,
Hardcore Uprising, I think it was called. It was pretty okay, I think.
so it seems to me you can like chain shots with this thing.
Yeah, that's actually the way you're gonna hit this guy, because you can't hit him head on. But you can chain around him. And they do some fun stuff with this little gimmick. Damn it. Yeah, especially this guy. Whenever you see those orbs, that just means you need to link something to that.
This fight doesn't seem to be too complicated.
Nah, they're still sort of introducing the gimmick to us. And honestly, this stage isn't that hard, but it makes for a nice little break. Even if it can be a little bit frantic at times. Yeah, it's around this part that the game gets a bit more tricky. Well, for this stage anyway. So this guy has a weak point right in the middle of his arm. And the only way to damage this is to go through all of these nodes. So the one on the top, one on the bottom, and one on his arm. He's honestly about as tough as this area is gonna get. Not sure, this might actually be the end of this gimmick. Or maybe not. I remember this being a really short stage though.
I haven't actually played any of the Contra games.
Well, you should get on that at some point. Yeah, pretty good, especially if you've got a buddy playing with you. Oh, come on, that was cheap.
Sleeper break.
How did I... Yeah, like that, I guess. Bit of a weird boss.
So you just need to keep going till they jump, so you can break the...
Yeah, I can hit the back and then he shoots out weak points. Or, you know, guys you can link through to get past the shield.
Conduits.
Feels a bit weird. Yeah, conduits is a good name for it. It isn't immediately apparent though. Oh hey, not a D ranking. How about it?
There's something wrong with her anatomy.
Well,
It's her thighs. I'll just put it out there.
pretty sure those are supposed to be ridiculous pants.
Those are just puffy pants.
Yeah.
Buddygripple.
I see.
Besides this, honestly, you're questioning the realism of this game.
He's Buddygripple.
I feel like I'm missing something here.
You could try attacking the orb. Just fire a charge shot at it.
Right, I can just reach him with one of the special attacks.
Well, anyway, I have to get going.
Yeah, you have a good one, buddy.
Have a good one, buddy.
See you later.
This is a pretty large building.
Well, it's one of those fancy American skyscrapers, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Also, there seems to be a lot of large buildings going around here.
Hey, you know that huge clock tower that they're building in Mecca? Or that they built, I guess.
Yeah, I'm kind of focusing here, so do feel free to go on with your story. I'll just.
I don't like it.
Well, you were at least going somewhere with that, weren't you?
I kind of forgot where I was going now.
Okay, fine.
I'm just gonna listen to the chat. In the chat on Arthur's side, I mean, it's around that doesn't really work on.
Suddenly, the floor is lava. Whoop. This is kind of weird getting used to.
Yeah, sorry about the large blink there.
Well, time for the final stage, I think.
It seems like when Arthur's not around, he just end up not really saying much of anything.
Well, I sort of have the wrong game to really get into a chatty mood with this. Since I actually need to sort of focus to actually play the game halfway decently.
How did...
Hmm?
Now I'm just wondering what Ravser's doing.
I'm seeing if I could actually get this thing to work. It's
Oh yeah, right, you were doing a Facebook thing.
yeah. I hit the button and it just goes back to login. It's annoying. I think their thing's broken. It's the only way I can log into this. Which means I can't log into this.
Have you forgotten how to deal damage to this boss?
Ah, there we go. Nah, I'm just being stupid.
Yeah, it seems like you're supposed to hit that orb or something.
No, not quite. I need to get him to actually attack first and then launch the orb into his direction. Still not entirely sure how you're supposed to get it back at him without getting hit though, but
Well, you can take hits anyway.
yeah, this game is not too punishing as far as taking damage goes. But you still need to be a bit careful. And I am running low, especially now that I'm starting to do really bad. Can I do anything about this? Nope. Man, that is not much of a margin of error. Well, boss fight with a single hit point left.
You can take 3 hits.
Oh, have we got 3 left? How about that?
Yeah, like the big one is like half a point. This is an arm moving boss. scientist has detained something.
Well,
You can still take one hit.
yeah, no.
You probably died, yeah.
Oh, it starts me back here. That actually works out for me.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll probably be fine.
Yeah, that boss isn't that tricky, actually. Once I actually get a chance to see their attacks, at least. Yeah, I should be fine now.
A majestic cloud has been spotted by Jackson's place.
Oh hey, the headline actually pushes you back. That makes a big difference.
Looks like when you see the air show, you should just stand in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, I do have a rough idea of how to get him. I'm just sort of botching him up. Still not entirely sure how I'm supposed to deal with the news, though. I'm guessing I need to hit that perfect point between...
You need to stay on the other side, I think.
Well, if you stay on the left side, it doesn't work for you. If you stay on the right, it doesn't really work either. Oh, hey, multi-phasal boss. That is...
Well, it would be kind of disappointing if that was all it was.
Yeah, I suppose. Is there some sort of gimmick I'm missing here? Because this seems kind of silly. Yeah, that last phase was kind of a joke. Even though I did manage to get hit by it at least once, but you know. Oh right, we just get a boss fight now, I think. Unless I just completely forgot about an entire stage, which... I don't know.
So, what has everyone in the chat been reading? Like recently? I didn't really like any of those characters in Tokimeki Memorial Girls' side.
This game really has a thing for turning names backwards, I realize.
Yeah.
Like Soda Rep, which is Paradox. Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not really impressed by this boss so far. Yeah, these attacks aren't really doing anything for me.
Now that I think of it, I've still got that copy of the biography of Nathan Bedford Forrest.
Nah.
We're like 10 minutes from the
yeah, I
ending,
probably shouldn't.
so that's not gonna happen. Oh hey, I remember this fight from some other game. I think Mega Man Zero, something like that.
I think that when it does the thing with the green orbs, you need to fly towards the central part.
Yeah, you need to jump over the middle.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the issue I've been having with the boss fights. I'm seeing the patterns, but not quite feeling how to avoid them.
if there will be any more phases after this.
I'm really sorry about me guesting today on your stream.
Well,
That came up just as soon as I started in the call, and it just kind of happened.
I forgot that you were even here for a while.
Yeah.
Oh wow. This has only been going for an hour.
man, I sort of forgot there was a third form. Well, fuck.
It felt like longer.
I'm also not getting any health bar, which is concerning.
Well, you just need to keep hitting them for a while.
Well, yeah, that's a general plan anyway. I just need to find out the openings in this pattern though. Because I have a tendency to just walk into the attacks.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't fly up towards them when they're doing...
Well, by the time I see the telegraph for the attack, I sort of am in a bad position already. Should probably be using more charge attacks, I realize. Like what?
It looks like the background is just moving more and more when you hit them.
Oh, what? No, it's an aim shot. Huh. Man, and that was probably like the very end of the boss fight too. Ah. Oh, I get to redo the entire boss fight. Great. Ah, well. Actually, Valkyrie, now that I know the pattern of the entire boss fight, I should be doing a lot better. That said, I'm definitely gonna be a lot more quiet now. I kinda need to... Yeah, I need to focus on this. So, you know, keep on keeping on, I suppose.
I was playing Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3 earlier, I guess. And the goof does not get a special moveset, which is kind of disappointing. I wanted to play as probably.
I wonder if my furious clicking is coming out true on the stream. Because there is a lot of clicking going on.
Well, I have been hearing it for the entire stream. Yes.
Well, yeah, but I actually have a noise gate on the stream, so might get filtered out, but
Oh, apparently I can reset my Kickstarter password,
it looks like
even though I
people
didn't
can
have
hear
one. So let's do that.
it. Oh, it actually filters it out. Well, how about that? I suppose I should have disabled the noise gate to just get an idea of how I'm mashing the keys here, but
So Monday is President's Day. There were some presidents who were kind of cool.
yeah, I didn't really hear what you were saying there, but there were a lot of explosions going on.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, whatever.
I'm logged in now. Let's see if I can.
So did you just end up creating
A new account? No. I used the email address, and it let me reset my password. I think I need to reset the password and then try to attach it to my Facebook account somehow. I don't know. I'm guessing this is going to be how it works. I hope, because it's... I'm not going to remember this password. Oh, is it? Wait, it's connected to Facebook already? Alright. That's weird.
Anyway.
This does not make any sense.
President's Day is a federal holiday, so I get to take Monday off. So that's nice, I guess.
Well, I suppose you guys don't really have any monarchy to celebrate, so gotta make do somehow.
I said the day after tomorrow. I agree. It's on Monday.
And there we go. There better not be a fourth form of this, or I'm gonna get really annoyed.
Oh wait, which boss had the most forms in a game? Anyway, I find myself wondering.
Probably one of the Final Fantasy games. At least one of the longest bosses is gonna be one of the Final Fantasy games. Well, still a D.
Oh, you won.
Yes, I beat the game.
Yeah, I was looking away that entire time because I'm a bad guest.
Yeah, but I mean like consecutively, Arthur. And it's like, it doesn't really count if they're just throwing their arm at you in like the first third of the game, then showing up hours later.
Maybe. Okay, the login with Facebook button just doesn't work. So by disconnecting it, it doesn't let me log in now.
So what you're telling is you missed out on guessing on the entire stream, for
Yeah,
no reason whatsoever.
because their website's broken. Yeah,
Well,
or
that's-
something's wrong with my settings somewhere. Ugh. Just technical problems.
Well,
I don't like those forums much, Alcary. I remember seeing them on a F+ stream.
well. So much for this game then.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be that short.
Well, that's part of the reason why I picked it, because it's really short.
Yeah.
And honestly, that sort of works for this type of game. It does get a bit tiring after a while. Especially when, you actually sort of need to focus to beat it. I'll be fair, this really isn't the hardest game I've guested on or done on stream. And it's a shame this guy doesn't make more games anymore.
They might just be overloaded as another problem.
Yeah, Alcary.
Since they just put out that thing about the passwords.
Whenever I see the Cerebi forums being mentioned, I just remember this F+ podcast. Where they just perform readings of a thread that's just about people being sexually attracted to Pokemon. So that's pretty awful, I think.
And that's your one big contribution to this stream. Thanks, Dotai.
There have just been a few things to say.
Well, I would have chimed in a bit more if it wasn't for the fact that, this game is kind of tricky, and once I start losing focus, I just play horribly. Still getting used to this whole talking and playing at the same time thing.
Yeah, when I get stressed, I get really stressed about something.
Darn prick. There are a lot of puns in these enemy names.
Well, the new ones aren't that punny, but the Goomba one is pretty good, I think.
Unless it's the first and only thread posted on that forum, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, you might want to add some context to that.
Well, she says one thread a whole forum does not make.
Well, yeah, there are gonna be edge cases, I suppose.
Yeah.
So, wow, this is a long ending.
Yeah.
See, but Alcary, when a thread like that is allowed to have hundreds of pages and no one does anything about it, I think it's okay to have an issue with that.
I'm sorry I missed all these guys. These guys look great.
You weren't even watching, wow.
I had the stream open, and then I was watching a little bit, and then I got freaked out. and I opened a
Ravser
different
was
tab
spent.
to try and fix the problem. I figured I'm gonna fix it really fast, and then I didn't fix it really fast. And then the game was over. Oh.
Well, for what it's worth, I appreciate your contribution anyway.
Yeah.
And well, I guess you can rewatch this on YouTube
Yeah, remember
sometime.
if you have a Kickstarter password, you gotta make a new one because they got hacked. So that's my contribution. Go and change your password.
Oh.
Are these supposed to be empty? Yeah, well.
They're probably like hidden things that you did not find.
Either that or they're references to people who helped out with making the game or something.
Who knows?
Yeah, well. So, Ravser and Dotai, thank you for joining me, sorta, I guess.
Yeah.
And,
Well, like, it's like I was
Thank you
barely
for
even here, even though I was just staring at the screen the entire time.
that
Like,
is
there
something.
wasn't much to talk about, was there?
Well, like I said, the thing is I really couldn't contribute since, you know, a high-speed action game.
Yeah.
And, well, I had hoped to bring in some guests to sort of alleviate that, but I guess that plan failed. Ah, well,
I'm sorry.
at least, you know, it was still a pretty decent stream,
Yeah.
I suppose. Anyway, thanks to you two for coming. Thanks for watching, you guys. And, well, as far as I'm concerned, this is going to be it for tonight. Maybe somebody else will take over.
Mm-hmm.
I tried.
You tried, and, well, you tried. Anyway, have a good one, guys.